Hi, my name is Kristen Hefner. I'm in charge of the Craft Lab here at Evans Library. Today's video is going to show you how to create print and cut designs, primarily stickers, but we do have some print and cut magnets. There are other materials you can use with the Cricut that fall in the same print and cut style, which all pretty much work the same way. It's just a matter of setting the right kind of item type. So the first thing you need to do is, if you've never used the Cricut here at the Craft Lab, you're going to need to download the software. It's allowed on the computer, but it isn't actually installed across all the different logins. So if you go into your web browser and put in Cricut Design Space download, it's going to take you to the website you're going to need to go to download it. So on here, you're going to have to agree to the terms and then click download. Once it's downloaded, you will need to create a free account, and that will save your designs under your own login. So you could do it on your own computer, or next time you come back, continue to work on the same design as long as you saved it. So that's sort of the first step. I've already installed it on this computer, so I'm going to leave this and we're going to open the Cricut Design Space. So first time in, you also need to set up here where it says Maker on the top right. You want to make sure it says Maker. The default is usually the Cricut Explorer, but we actually do have the Cricut Maker. So you want to set it to the right machine. That way all your settings when you design your sticker will work correctly. Okay, so we're going to start a new project. So I'm going to click New Project. And it's going to open up my canvas. The first thing I need to do is to import some images that are what I want to use to make my stickers. I could use graphics of things that I have downloaded previously. I could use graphics of my own artwork, of things I found on the internet. You do want to try to use things that are free and available for use, not under copyright. All right, so we're going to go over here on the far left side to upload. And you'll see I've got some things already in my recent uploads, but I'm going to click on Upload Image and browse. If I had it open somewhere else, I could just drop and drag it over. Here, I'm going to open the sun clip art graphic. Now, this is one of the places where if you're doing a sticker or any kind of print and cut design, this is where these image types matter. Because simple, if you look, kind of takes away some of the depth of color, kind of simplifies all the lines, which is good if you're trying to make a cut design. But since we actually want to print the actual graphic, we want as much of those details, the richness of color as we can. So I'm going to click Complex and continue. So right now, if I did this as a print and cut, it would be a square sticker. So all this white space is part of my actual design. So if I clicked Apply and Continue, when I go here, you'll notice on the left, it's just a big square gray box. That's what's actually getting cut out, which, depending on what I was trying to do with something, may work, because we are going onto a white sticker paper. So that could work. But today I want to actually get out the details of the sun. I want the sticker to actually be kind of the lines of the sun. So I click in there and it's kind of deleting all that white space. So now when I do Apply and Continue, you'll notice it looks more like the actual sun. So it's going to actually cut out my design. Then I'm going to click on Print and Cut Image. If I was just doing, say, vinyl, I could just do a cut. But because I want this color, we're going to go here. I can change the name of my image so I can find it later and click Add. We're going to go back and add one more just because I want to show you something a little different. So that was a JPEG image. If I downloaded and saved a PNG image where the background was already transparent, that click I did to remove that white background isn't necessary because this one already has a clear background. So if I do the Apply and Continue, you'll notice it's already been done for me. Okay, so I'm going to click on a couple of different graphics and add them to our canvas. Add this one too. All right, so When I click add to canvas, it's going to dump them all onto my sheet. I'm going to need to resize them because they're going to come in at whatever size the file originally was. There we go. So some of them are very large. To do a print and cut, all of our stickers need to fit on a single sheet of paper, and there has to be space for the Cricut design space to print this black box around it, which is kind of how it figures out where it needs to cut. So it needs to fit within a 9 1/4 by 6 3/4 inch space. It will kind of decide for you where things go. So that's just something to consider. All right. So if I shrink these down to the sizes I want, I can either, as I am with the clicking on the edges and shifting them, but I can also come up here and just type in an amount. And as long as that little lock is locked, it is going to keep my aspect ratio so it stays the same way. It looks like, while I was getting impatient, we kind of put in 2 of everything. Okay. Now, so something to now consider, oops, is whether we want the design to cut out, like with the sun, all those little details, or if we need a little more buffer space. So this little Hello Fall one, all of that white space on it, it's going to try to cut out. So that's going to make it way more detailed of a cut than we need. So one way to fix that is if I go over here to shapes, I'm going to find a circle. And I made that, let's go to 2.2. All right, so I'm going to send it to the back so I can kind of see that it all fits on there. Group it and go to align. And I'm going to just center them so I know that they're right. I'm going to go click on the circle and change it from a basic cut shape to a print and cut, and change the color to white so that it all kind of blends together. Then I'm going to group them again, and I'm going to click flatten. This now makes this a single graphic. So the sun will cut out the details. This Hello Fall is going to cut out as a circle. I'm actually delete that moon for right now. So I'm going to do the same thing with this bunny rabbit, but with a square. And for this one, I'm going to unlock the aspect ratio. And again, change it to print then cut, white, and arrange, whoops, send to back. Shift it again a little bit more. Okay, once I have it the way I want, again, group it and flatten, makes it a single image. So I kind of want the details of my Hello Summer and my sun, but I want a little extra space so I don't cut off the edges. So for that, if I click on it and then go up here to where it says offset, I can click on this and it defaults to a 1.25, which if you notice the black design around it is pretty big. So I'm going to actually put it at just a 0.05 so that I have a little more buffer, but not a huge amount. So when I click apply, you'll notice it made it black. Partially that's so it's easy for us to see, but you'll notice there's still a little hole up here between the umbrella and the hello. So I'm actually going to go back in here and see if I can increase it a little bit. Apply. And it kind of applied it over top of it, but that's all right. We're going to change it to white. I'm going to go to this offset, also white. and then I'm going to group them and flatten. So right now I've got my sun just the way it was. I added some extra cut space to the Hello Summer, and we added the shapes to the other one. Now we're going to go to make it. This is going to shift it from our design phase into what we need to do to print and cut the graphics. So it's arranging them on my screen. You'll notice, as I mentioned, there's that black box around it. That's how the Cricut's going to figure out where your stickers are on the page to do the cut. We want it set to this 8.5 by 11. And the mirror we don't need to do. You only need to do that if you're doing like an iron-on or some kind of transfer. So we're going to do continue. First thing we need to do is print it. So we're going to send to printer. If you're using the sticker paper in the CraftLab, all right, so once you've hit print, you should get this print setup box. You want to choose the Epson ET28 series printer. You're going to turn off bleed, which adds a kind of black edge around the design of your sticker, and you're going to turn on use system dialog box. Then you're going to hit print. After that, a pop-up should come up, which is going to be the print settings. So you're going to first select your printer again. If you've not used the Epson ET28 series printer before, it's probably going to start on a different printer, and you're going to have to slide all the way to the beginning to find the correct printer. So select that Epson ET28000 and then click Preferences. From the preferences, you're going to change your paper type to presentation paper matte, or one of the, if you're using the matte sticker paper, or one of the glossy options if you're using the glossy sticker paper. Whichever you choose, just make sure that when you insert the paper into the printer that it matches. Once you've done that, you're going to click OK and then print on the previous printer dialog box page. Once you've done that, your stickers are going to print. In case you are just now adding the paper to the printer, you're going to put it in the printer with the sticker side facing out, so the front side of the paper facing out. And then once you're done with that, you'll continue on with the Cricut settings. It cuts all the way through the sticker paper, so you have a clean backing on your sticker. If you do printable vinyl, it will cut out the sticker, but not all the way through the backing, which means when you peel it off, you have a sheet with all your stickers. So depending on your purposes, one or the other may work better for you. I'm going to go with this printable sticker paper. It's set here. Once we get to this point, it's time to load the Cricut. Because I'm doing this on Zoom, I can't go and do that part for you right now, but I'm going to pull up a picture and we're going to talk about what you would do next. So once your sticker paper had printed, you're going to put it on this mat. The green mats have the strong grip. Line it up in the corner. Then there are two little grips right before the rollers. The mat needs to be under those, pressed up to the little rollers. And when it's ready to load, that arrow button on the right side will be blinking. You're going to press that. Once it's loaded properly, it should roll past those rollers and you should see it in kind of the white space behind that metal bar. Then the little Cricut light, so that C light with the little antennas in the middle, will turn on and be blinking. You're going to then hit that button and it's going to process your print job. So it'll take it a minute. It's going to scan that black line and then it's going to begin its cut. When it's done, the little arrow button will light up again. You're going to click that to unload it and you're done. The only other thing to kind of remember is to come back to your design, go to your canvas, and up here where it says Untitled, if you think you're ever going to want to do this again, I recommend saving it. So go to Save Projects and give it a name and then do Save. This way, whenever you come back, your project will be there for you. Thank you, and if you ever need any help, you're welcome to stop by the CraftLab in Evans Library or visit me. My name is Kristen Hefner. Thank you. Bye.